Some of the greatest weapon designs of all time have emerged from the world of gaming. Balancing functionality, aesthetics, and sheer power, certain game developers have managed to create weapons that have proven iconic enough to seep into the world of popular culture. The gravity gun, the portal gun, Fallout's Fat Man, all have made the leap, but not all weapons are so ideal. Cloud Strife's infamous compensating for something Buster Sword is ridiculous. It is, look at it, with wrists like those he looks like he'd struggle to open a door, let alone wield a sheared off piece of cruise ship. The following are too dangerous, too silly, too over the top, or just too bloody useless to be considered anything but totally foolish. I'm Ben from What Culture, and here are 10 totally impractical video game weapons. Number 10. The M490 Blackstorm, Mass Effect 2. To give him his dues, brave Commander Shepard is trying to protect the galaxy. Normally he'd do this by meeting aliens, sexing aliens, acquiring new allies, sleeping with new allies, and punching journalists. And sleeping with journalists, but nothing truly called for the use of the M490 Blackstorm. Legitimately, a weapon that fires gravitational singularity black hole f***ery. It's mental, highly dangerous, and poses as much of a threat to your team as it does your foes. Just imagine if it damaged scenery as much as it damaged people. Number 9. Insults, Monkey Island. While not technically a weapon, insulting your opponent is the best way to defeat your enemy in a sword fight, according to the inhabitants of Monkey Island anyway. Not in real life though. I cannot stress how much you should not do it in real life. It's rude. Let your opponent's cruel words get under mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood's skin and they'll get the upper hand. But choose the best comeback and you'll turn the fight to your advantage. Daft insults and witty retorts probably aren't the best weapons of choice when it comes to handling a marauding pirate though. In fact, if you don't want a fast-track ticket to being flogged, it might be better to avoid opening your mouth altogether. Number 8. Wakker's Blitzball, Final Fantasy X. If there's a list mentioning the most memorable video game weapons in any shape or form, you can safely bet that there'll be a mention of the Final Fantasy franchise. Some of the most iconic weapons of all time have emerged from Square Enix's RPG series, often as pompous as they are deadly. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about Wakker's choice of weapon. Just what did he think was the best option for fighting off the hordes of fiends? F***ing sporting equipment. That's right, because he likes playing Spira's favourite sport, Blitzball, Wakker decided it would be a good idea to bring the ball itself into battle. Even Tidus, one of the greatest Blitzball players in history, used a sword. In reality, Wakker's attacks would be about as effective as throwing a football at a lion. Number 7. Tactical Knife, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Okay, this one is by no means an impractical weapon in itself. Knives are still used in modern militaries and they could be more deadly than a gun in close combat. But it's the context that matters, as the tactical knife was frequently seen instead of a gun in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Back in the day, it was all the craze to play as a ninja class, picking perks that made you as light and as fast as possible, sprinting around the map and backstabbing enemies left, right and center. However, it's also worth bearing in mind that modern militaries don't have a division dedicated to knife wielders, particularly a division that houses combatants who charge into oncoming fire holding nothing but cutlery. Number 6. Sai-Fung, Bayonetta. It feels like cheating to include anything from Bayonetta here, a game that features predominantly hair-based attacks, bullet-firing high heels, and a living katana. By far the most impractical, though, has to be the Sai-Fung Nunchucks, known effectively as the Gunchucks. Now, Nunchucks by themselves are already fairly impractical, and even in the heyday of Okinawan martial arts, they were never a particular popular weapon outside of training. Of course, Sega just had to take it one step further and added together 2 pistol barrels that fire rounds of ammunition every time they're swung at an enemy. Along with being insanely difficult to aim effectively, you're also far more likely to shoot yourself than an enemy. And by the time your foe is close enough to get a clean shot, you might as well just have a normal set of nunchucks. Number 5. Dynamite Crossbow, Redneck Rampage. It's a dynamite crossbow. Number 4. Boomerang, The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda is the series that introduced the Master Sword, a fantastic piece of design, elegant, timeless, and above all, practical. Basically everything that a boomerang isn't. I mean, it doesn't really have to be. The boomerang's basic design was honed through thousands of years of use as a hunting weapon by Australian Aboriginals tens of thousands of years ago. A properly thrown boomerang is more than capable of taking out small prey. However, for taking out legions of enemies, it would be almost totally useless. If you hit a rampaging moblin with your boomerang, they'd probably notice. Hit them in the right place hard enough, and it might even knock them out. Do either of those things with a sword, and they stop being alive. Even more damning is that if it hits something, you'll have to go and get it. It's not coming back to you, like your dad. Number 3. Banana peel. Mario Kart. In a game where first place is the most dangerous position to be in, one of the most annoying weapons in Mario Kart is the banana peel. Accidentally driving onto this slippery yellow bastard will result in the vehicle spinning helplessly out of control, giving opponents an easy opportunity to overtake. At first thought, it seems to make sense. It probably hasn't happened to you because you don't live in a cartoon, but a misstep onto a nastily placed banana peel could easily lead to an embarrassing faceplant. However, driving over even the most oversized fruit is unlikely to result in anything but a slight bump in suspension. Number 2. Banana Bomb. Worms franchise. More banana-themed weaponry now, and the Super Banana Bomb is enough to inspire fear in the heart of anyone. Also known as the soft fruit of doom, the banana bomb is a true weapon of mass destruction. The banana bomb begins as a single thrown fruit, which explodes like a stick of dynamite after bouncing around erratically for a while. So far, so sort of unpredictable. However, once this happens, it then splits off into 6 more banana bombs, scattering across the battlefield and leaving utter devastation in its wake. Though helpfully destructive if used properly, the banana bomb could be the cause of more friendly casualties than any other video game weapon. In truth, almost any weapon from Worms could be used here, but few will wreck your shit like the banana bomb. Number 1. Experimental MIRV. Fallout 3. The following is an actual historical discussion between an army general and a weapons technologist. It actually happened.
Hey, that fat man's a great idea for a weapon. I love the ability to carry around nuclear devastation in my pocket.
Don't worry, fam. What if we packed like 4 or 5 even mini nukes into the mini nuke?
Won't that be, extremely uncontrollably dangerous?
Oh, absolutely yes.
Won't that make it a post-apocalyptic weapon for wankers? Hashtag post-apocalyptic weapon for wankers?
I mean, it's a little early for that. It's not the apocalypse anytime soon, I hope. But yes.
Okay, but won't it stand a really rather massive chance of causing huge frame rate issues?
What?
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 Okay, it. I'm in. Get 8 mini nukes in there, and we'll talk.
This really happened. And that's our list. Make sure you subscribe to the What Culture Gaming YouTube channel for more lists like this, and don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. I'm Ben from What Culture. You can follow me here on Twitter, and thanks for watching.